Hello students, good evening. Welcome to the chemistry class of electrochemistry. In last class we have discussed about the factors affecting to the conductance. There are three many factors we have discussed earlier, and today we are going to learn about the Kohla's law for the infinite dilution, and it is called the migration of ions. Okay, the independent migration of ions. Okay, so before starting the Kohla's law, we will learn about the infinite dilution. So what is by infinite dilution? So infinite dilution means when the dilution is approaches to zero, then it is called the infinite dilution. It means it can be defined as a point volume, where the conductance conductance of the solution is saturated. Okay, we know that dilution means when we add some of the amount of water, means some of the solvent particles to the concentrated liquid, then the conductivity will increase on dilution. माने जते आम किसी सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड नहीं कि जेकोसी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट नहीं से जब वाटर ऐड करवा ताहले से डाइल्यूशनटा अधिक होता ओके डाइल्यूशनटा अधिक जो डाइल्यूशन अधिक होला फॉर्मेशन ऑफ आयन अधिक हम एवं कंडक्टेंस कंडक्टिविटीटा अधिक सो फॉर इनफिनाइट डाइल्यूशन we know in the last class the infinite dilution for a strong electrolyte is less conductivity, and for a weak electrolyte is the formation of ion is more and the conductance will be more. So what is by infinite dilution? Infinite dilution means a point volume where in the point volume where the conductance of the solution is saturated is called infinite dilution. Infinite dilution तार माने होची आमे वाटर खाली ऐड करिकर नबा कंटिन्यूअसली हमें वाटर ऐड करिकर नबा कंटिन्यूअसली हमें वाटर केते ml ऐड करबा 1 ml ऐड करबा 2 ml ऐड करबा 3 ml ऐड करबा 10 ml ऐड करबा so there is a saturation point will come at that time the conductance will not increase, the conductance will remain at that point constant. Okay, so that the conductivity will remain constant. So for an example we will take for V ml of solution, we will add, then the conductance means Siemens Cm square mole inverse for a molar conductance. Then if you will add that when we will add 1 ml of solution, जेतबे हमें 1 ml of solution जदि ऐड करबा suppose our conductance का वैल्यू होची 0.21, जदि हमें 2 ml ऐड करनो छे ताहले conductance वैल्यू 0.22, suppose जदि 3 ml ऐड करबा तार वॉल्यूम हो conductivity वैल्यू हो 0.23, suppose हमें ऐड करबा नबा suppose हमें 10 ml ऐड करले so आर वैल्यू रहला 0.3, so 11 ml हमें ऐड करले 0.3, 12 ml ऐड करले so 0.3. so there is a saturation point comes at the when we will add some 10 ml of liquid means water to the electrolyte, then 0.3 Siemens Cm square mole inverse is the conductance value. Okay, so सेते बेले आमे कहबा गोटे इलेक्ट्रोलाइट रो कंडक्टिविटी वैल्यू टा गोटे इनफिनिट डाइल्यूशन रे आर वैल्यू है 0.3. so 0.3 is the saturated point, 0.3 is the saturated point. तार माने नहीं जे इनफिनिट डाइल्यूशन माने आमे कोन कंटीन्यूअसली खाली वाटर ऐड करि कर नबा so that the dissociation means dilution टा बढ़ी जिवो आ आयन संख्या मध्ये बढ़ी जिवो एवं कंडक्टिविटी टा बढ़ी जिवो सेमतिया नुवा जे जते बेले पर्यंत गोटे सैचुरेशन पॉइंट आसी जिवो ताको आमे तार इनफिनिट डाइल्यूशन बोली कहउछे आ जते अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर ऐड करले मध्ये तार कंडक्टिविटी टा किछि बढ़िबो नाही सेते. So this is all about the infinite dilution. Infinite dilution is represented as that is Kf m naught. Kf m naught means the infinite molar conductance of at infinite dilution. Okay, so some of the electrolyte for हमें molar conductance calculate कर परिबा जितने कि some acid base आउ किसी salt रो and acid base salt are the electrolytes. So now we will discuss about the Polaris law basing on that. So Polaris law is mainly applicable for the weak electrolytes. Okay, so we can calculate the graphical representation, the value of strong electrolyte in infinite dilution, and we know that it is very low. But strong electrolyte with infinite dilution रे तार conductance टा low, किंतु with weak electrolyte रा conductance टा अधिक ହେଲା କାହିଁକି ନା ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛେ ଯେ ଗୋଟେ ଡାଇଲ୍ୟୁସନ ରେ କ'ଣ ହେଇଥାଏ ଡାଇଲ୍ୟୁସନ ଯେତେବେଳେ ହବ ଆୟନ୍ସ ଗୁଡା ଫର୍ମେସନ ହବ ସୋ ଆୟନ୍ସ ଭିତରେ जो फोर्स ऑफ एट्रैक्शन टा कमी जिवा जोगु ओके आयन भीतर जो फोर्स ऑफ एट्रैक्शन अछि से फोर्स ऑफ एट्रैक्शन कमी जिवा जोगु से माने फ्रीली मूव करिवे सो दैट द कंडक्टेंस से माने कंडक्टेंस टा अधिक होइଥାଏ द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मींस द कंडक्टेंस इज मोर ओके सो इन ए वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट इट इज बेसिकली फाउंड मींस like acetic acid we will found means ammonium hydroxide, these are the weak acids. Okay, so these can conduct their conductance value is more. Okay, so Polaris law is applicable Polaris law, the law of independent migration of ions. Independent migration of ions. So the ions can move independently. Okay, so ions can move independently in this in infinite dilution. Infinite dilution रे ions गुड़ा freely move कर पारंती काहे कि ना से माने भितरे in between the ions the force of attraction is destroyed and they are moving independently. Okay, so in Polaris law, the law states that the limiting molar conductance for any electrolyte is the summation of individual contribution of the cation and anion of the electrolyte. এটা হলো আমার Polaris law. The limiting molar conductance for any electrolyte, the limiting molar conductance of any electrolyte, the limiting molar conduction of any electrolyte is the summation of individual contribution of individual contribution of the cation and anion. Okay, so limiting molar conductance of any electrolyte. So limiting molar conductance means the in infinite dilution we can say of any electrolyte. In any electrolyte at infinite dilution means they form the ions, means the cation and anion is the summation of the summation of the cation and the ions formation. The formation of ion means the cation and anion. In addition to the cation and anion, we will get the molar conductance of the electrolyte. So before that we have to know that again the Polaris explained by taking some of the same number of cations and same number of anions. He explained that the molar conductance at infinite dilution for a number of pairs of strong electrolyte having the same cation or same anion. Okay, and he calculated the difference of these values, that is infinite dilution for each pair. Okay, the molar conductance at infinite dilution for a number of pairs of strong electrolyte having the same cation or same anion. Okay, he has taken the number of pair of pairs of strong electrolytes having the same cation and anion. And also he calculated the difference of these values and calculated the difference of the values of infinite dilution, okay, in infinite dilution. The number of pairs of strong electrolyte. He has taken the pair of electrolytes which contains, that is same number of cation and same number of anion. Suppose we will take the KCl and NaCl. Here in KCl NaCl, the Cl, the anion part is same, and also in KBr and we will take NaBr. Okay. KBr and KCl. So here the cationic parts are same. Okay, K are same. So he has taken the same number of cation and same number of anion and calculated the different values of the same. So by calculating the difference of same cation, by replacing one ion to another, he got is the same value of the conductance. Okay, so we will take an example of same cation and same anion, and we will calculate the difference of the at infinite dilution. Okay, so he has taken the same cation, he has taken the same anion so he has taken the same anion like our KCl and NaCl. Okay, so the conductivity value of the KCl, here we have taken this one is the conductance, the conductivity value, and this one is the difference. Okay, so we will calculate what is the difference. So in KCl, he has taken a value of 149. So electrolyte KCl को जब हमें decompose करबा गोटे infinite dilution जदि नबा ताहले the 149.86 Siemens ohm inverse Cm square of conductance will be formed, and NaC जब नबा हमर formation होचे 126.45. So when we have taken the same anions, here anions are the Cl. Okay, Cl हम same anion नेले एथरे कोन करले जे potassium को हम replace करले sodium. So sodium is replaced by the potassium, and the difference we have calculated, that is 23.41 as the difference. So this one is the one pair of anion. So we will take another pair of same anions, that is KNO3 and NaNO3. So the conductance is 144.96 and another is 121.55. So the difference we have calculated, that is 23.41. So here we can see that the anionic parts are the same. It is anionic parts are same as that. So the replacement of potassium ion by sodium ion, we have replaced the potassium ion by the sodium ion. Okay, the replacement of potassium ion and the sodium ion, the difference is same. Here also we have replaced the potassium ion in the sodium ion. The replacement of potassium ion by sodium ion, and we have got the difference is 23.41. Here also we have taken the 23.41. Okay, so we will take the same cationic parts, same cations. So we will take same cations like same cations, जोटा कि हम इलेक्ट्रोलाइट नबा KBr और गोटे KCl, KBr KCl और गोटे पेयर नबा NaBr NaCl. Okay, this one is one pair, this one is another pair. So the conductance at infinite dilution will be KBr or 151.92 and KCl rate I am 149.86. So we will calculate the difference. So the difference will be we calculate that is 2.06. 2.06 is the difference. Okay, we have taken the same cationic part K, K and sodium, sodium. Okay, same cationic part, and here we have seen that the replacement of bromine ion by the chlorine ion, and here also the replacement of bromine ion by the chlorine ion, and also in NaBr the conductance will be 128.51 and it is 126.45. So the difference will be 0.26. So we have taken the same cations like potassium and sodium, and we have replaced bromine to chlorine and bromine to chlorine. Here the anion parts are different and the cationic part is same. So we have seen that the difference is same, that is 2.06, and this one is the 2.06. So we have concluded that is when we have taken the same anionic part and same cationic part and the replacement of same means charges, means the same part, then we will get a same amount of difference value, means the infinite dilution, that the difference will be same. So in other ways, the difference in the conductance in any two cations or anions appear to be the same. Here we have calculated these values. Okay, so this is all about the strong electrolyte that we have taken, and the value at infinite dilution will be the same. So the Kollaras law also we will come to the point that for a weak electrolyte, it is generally applicable for a weak electrolyte which conduct the more number of means the conductivity value, means the conductance is more. So Kollaras law, again we will write the law, that is so that we can do some of the numericals which is related to calculate a infinite dilution, the value of electrolyte at infinite dilution. Again the law states that the limiting molar conductance for any electrolyte, the limiting molar conductance, for any electrolyte is the summation of individual contribution, is the summation of individual contribution of cation and anion of that electrolyte, Okay, the limiting molar conductance means the molar conductivity value at infinite dilution for any of the electrolyte. Okay, we will take any of the electrolyte is the summation of the individual contribution of cation. So we will take an example of, it represents, that is the Kfm naught is equal to the lambda, okay, means lambda cation naught plus lambda anion naught. Okay, and we can add also the x and y, and x, y are the ions and number of cations and number of anions, and lambda c equal to ionic conductance of the cation. Okay, so we will see here x and x equal to the number of cations, y equal to the number of anions, and lambda C naught equal to ionic conductance of cation, ionic conductance of cation, and lambda A naught equal to ionic conductance of anion, ionic conductance of anion. So basing on that, we will do some of the numericals. Okay, so we can write that is kpm naught equal to x lambda c naught plus y lambda a naught. So x and y are the number of x represents cation, number of cation, y represents number of anion, and lambda c, the c represents c for cation, a for anion, and lambda c equal to ionic conductance at infinite dilution of the cation, and lambda a is the ionic conductance of the anion at infinite dilution. Okay, so we can take another example, that is if we calculate for NaCl, that is at infinite dilution, means we will take some of the 1 mole of NaCl at infinite dilution equal to, means the lambda naught Na plus lambda naught Cl minus. Okay, so in this way we can do we can divide, means the at infinite dilution. Okay, sodium chloride at infinite dilution of any electrolyte. Okay, so we will do some of the numericals which is related to, means what is the application first. What are the applications? So Colaras law, there are two applications, that is molar conductance of a weak electrolyte at infinite dilution and calculation of degree of dissociation. Okay. There are two more applications, that is application one is molar conductance of weak electrolyte, molar conductance of weak electrolyte at infinite dilution, or degree of dissociation, means calculation of degree of dissociation, calculation of degree of dissociation. So first we will discuss about the molar conductance of a weak electrolyte at infinite dilution. Okay, so at first we will calculate the weak electrolyte as an acetic acid. We know that acetic acid is CH3COOH. If we calculate the molar conductance of weak electrolyte at infinite dilution, then it will be the lambda H plus CH3COO minus. Okay. So this one is the cationic part, this one is the anionic part. When acetic acid decomposes at infinite dilution, it forms, means lambda H plus and lambda CH3COO minus. Okay, so we will take by taking some of the electrolytes, that is we will take HCl. We will take HCl at infinite dilution, and NaCl at infinite dilution, and sodium acetate at infinite dilution. Then we will get the infinite dilution of acetic acid. Okay. So here we will take, that is infinite dilution of HCl and infinite dilution of NaCl and infinite dilution of CH3COONA, means sodium acetate. So from this value we have to calculate the acetic acid. Okay, and we know that is if you means the at infinite dilution HCl যেটা ডিকম্পোজ হবো তাহলে সে ফর্মেশন করিব H plus Cl minus and this one is Na plus at infinite dilution Cl minus, that is lambda Na plus CH3 COO minus. Okay, so from this value we will calculate the value of acetic acid. Okay, so suppose this one is equation 1, this one is equation 2 and this one is equation 3. We have to calculate the value of acetic acid, the infinite dilution of acetic acid CH3COOH. Okay, so how we will get this value? If we will add these molar conductance of HCl at infinite dilution and acetic acid, and we will do minus from the NH from this addition minus NaCl, then you will get the value of acetic acid at infinite dilution. Okay, so we will do that. So by adding from equation, by adding equation 1 and 2, okay, then we will get that is HCl plus equation 1 and 3, that is CH3 COONA, then minus NaCl. We will add from equation 1 and 2 and 1 and 3, and we will do minus from that addition. Okay, so we will get the value, that is H plus Cl minus plus minus so if you remove that value, means lambda H plus Cl minus plus Na plus CH3 COO minus, then if you remove that minus, then minus Na plus, and plus or minus minus Cl minus. So we will see that we will cancel out, that chlorine and chlorine cancelled out, sodium and sodium cancelled out, and the remaining things are lambda H plus CH3 COO minus, and we know that is if we will add the cationic part and anionic part, we will get the infinite dilution of acetic acid. Okay, so this is all about the calculation of the conductance of a weak electrolyte, and we will do some of the numericals, like the numerical will be, so this is all about the application of Colaros law. Means Colaros explained about the strong electrolyte, but he is unable to explain graphical representation regarding the weak electrolyte. So with the help of this infinite dilution, with the help of this law, he has calculated the number of cationic part and number of anionic part. And the numerical The calculate the molar conductance of infinite dilution of acetic acid from the following data. Means the conductance, the molar conductance is 4 to 6.2, and acetic the molar conductance of acetic acid is 91. Okay, and for NaCl is 126.5. So we will write the question. So numerical 1, that is calculate the molar conductance. Calculate the molar conductance at infinite dilution of acetic acid from the following data. That is HCl equal to 4 to 6.2, and for CH3COONa equal to, that is 91, and for NaCl it is 126.5. So we will calculate the molar conductance of acetic acid, and we know that for molar conductance of acetic acid CH3COX is equal to HCl plus CH3COONa minus NaCl minus NaC. Okay, so we will put the value. HCl means 4 to 6.2 plus 91 minus 126.5. Okay, so the value means we have calculated, that is 390.7 ohm inverse Cm square mole inverse. So this one is the calculation of molar conductance of the infinite dilution of acetic acid from the following data of HCl, sodium acetate, and NaCl. Okay, so this is all about the Polaris law. So Polaris explained by taking the pair of strong electrolytes and pair of strong electrolytes having the cationic shape and anionic shape part, and the calculated the molar conductance at infinite dilution, and the difference are same of the same cation and same anion, and also he explained the molar conductance of weak electrolyte. Okay, in not a graphical manner, he is explained by taking by this his formula, means the summation of cation and the summation of anion. Okay, so this is all about the calculation, the application of weak electrolyte, the conductance of weak electrolyte. And in next class we will discuss about the degree of calculation of degree of dissociation basing on the Polaris law. Okay, I hope all of you understood, and if you have any doubts, any queries, you can just ask us. Okay, thank you very much.